Hello, everybody, and welcome back from beautiful Canada. Hope everybody's doing groovy on this lovely Monday. I know I am. So
Yeah.
today I decided I was going to try a different design and do a little stamping and some foil. So we got a little plethora of stuff going on here. And of course some rhinestones, you got to bling it all out, and some foil. So it's very easy and a very simple but elegant design, and I hope you all like my creation. So here I'm just going to actually show two nails because the rest are the same. So I'm just going to start out with some white polish on my stamper and scrape her off, and then attempt to pick it up on the first try with the stamper, and voila, there we go, we have it picked up. And because it is see-through, it's very easy to see where you want it to place on your nail. You can always adjust it so before you actually put it down. This is why I love this stamper. But, you know, don't get me wrong, I have had issues with this. For the longest time, I was not able to pick anything up with the stamper. I don't know why, but I finally figured it out, and it's all good now. So I'm just using my little lint roller there to take off the polish, and then start again to do the other nail. I'm only going to show you my thumb and my index finger because the rest of the nails are pretty much the same aside from a couple of rhinestones or a little silver bow, which you will see. But they're very simple and elegant, and I thought it was such a cute little design. I don't really want to start doing summer designs yet, or even spring designs, because we've still got snow here in Canada. It's still a nice day, but yeah, no, I can't justify that yet considering I still see snow. So I'm just going to stick with these designs for now, and then once I get rid of that snow, it might encourage me to do some more colorful designs. So, oh, there we go, just stamping it right onto my thumb, and thankfully it actually picked up on the first try this time, so I didn't have to fight with it. And then I just grab a little Q-tip with a little acetone or nail polish remover on it, and I take away the excess polish that's around the nails, like so. There we go, almost finished. So then the next little step that I'm going to do right now is that little form right there. It's, I guess, like a chevron form, I guess you want to call it. Just sticking it onto the bottom half of my nail so I can put the foil down once I get the forms. I call them forms, but I'm sure that's not what they're called. The little guides, I'll call them guides. So I put the guides down on the two nails, and then just grab my trusty foil glue and put a little bit of glue on. I try not to put it on too thick because sometimes I find that the glue bleeds through the foil and it just looks awful. And sometimes it happens within an hour or the next day. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. But if anybody has any advice for me out there, I would really appreciate it, because I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm just right now just adding some foil on there. Foil glue, sorry. And it doesn't take very long for the foil glue to dry. And then once it dries, then I just take my foil and stick it right over top of that so that the foil will come out. I don't want to say sparkling, but like the metallic color that it's supposed to. Sometimes it doesn't always work for me. And actually with this application, it wasn't that bad. I actually picked stuff up on the first time with my stamper, and the foil wasn't giving me a hard time. So that was a miracle today, because usually I always have one little kerfuffle happen, and this time we were kerfuffle free, so that was awesome. But I do sometimes stick the foil to myself if I've got a little bit of foil on my finger, for some reason, that little spot on my hand has to find the foil and stick to it. It's Murphy's Law, I think. I'm not sure. But it always happens to me. But that's why I love that little orange tool that I've got right there. It's so fantastic for flattening out the foil, not having any little lines or anything in it. And see, look, it turned out so cute. But I just do the rest of the fingers off camera because you guys don't need to see me do it all at once, because it's just pretty much the same application, just on a couple of fingers. So then I'm just going to take off those little guides, not forms. I'm going to take off the little guides. And I've actually got some real Swarovski crystals or rhinestones, whatever you want to call them. And I also picked up these really cute silver bows in 2 different sizes from AliExpress, and I really wanted to try these out because they were super cute, especially with the silver foil. So I was trying to think of, you know, a design that I could amalgamate the silver foil as well as the silver bows. And this is what I came up with. So I am just putting a little bit of glue on the top of my index finger there so I can put down some Swarovski crystals or rhinestones. And they're the smaller ones, not the bigger ones, in a couple of different sizes. I'm not sure the sizes, but they're very tiny. Sorry, I'm not in focus here, but what I'm doing is I'm just picking up the crystals and placing them at the top by the cuticle of my finger there. And like a little half moon around the nail, just to accent it a little bit and give it that little bit of sparkle. There. Now, in order for me to put the silver bow on, the bigger one, I actually have to use a little bit of clear acrylic because the bow is too heavy. And I don't think the glue will let it stay properly. It won't, you know, won't stay. It won't hold. So I'm just going to put a little bead of clear acrylic, and then take the bow and put it over top. And that way, it only takes like a couple of seconds for it to dry. But when you've got the glue on there, you've got to kind of play with it, especially if you put a little bit too much glue. Then it just takes forever for it to dry. So I just thought I was going to stick with clear acrylic. And that would work the best. So there, all of them are done. It was very simple, very quick, and they're still beautiful and elegant. And the next step is just to put a little bit of a top coat over top of them, and there she goes. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's short and simple. Until next time, stay groovy. Bye for now.